You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm a what?
Over the span of almost 13 years and 8 movies, the cast of Harry Potter has cast a spell on the world that hasn't quite worn off yet. Yep, millions of fans still can't get enough of this boy wizard, so much so that a prequel set in the Harry Potter world is coming our way in 2016. But that's besides the point. One of the main reasons we love this movie and that it's resonated with so many people is its phenomenal cast. And speaking of, many of the actors recently reunited at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal Studios in Orlando to celebrate the opening of Diagon Alley. Seeing everyone together again got us not only super nostalgic, but it also made us wonder what exactly are they all up to these days? And we're happy to report that none of these main 3 actors, who all started the series when they were in their preteens, mind you, fell victim to that pesky childhood star curse. So it's been a few years since the final HP movie hit the big screen, so we thought it'd be fun to explore what the cast has been up to as of late. First up, Harry Potter himself. Daniel Radcliffe has made quite the career for himself post-Potter, showing he's not afraid to diversify his portfolio. In fact, right before the last HP film was released, he owned Broadway.
In that fraternity, the great big brotherhood of man.
However, since then, he's flexed his funny bone by hosting Saturday Night Live. He has starred in the creepy flick Woman in Black, played beatnik poet Allen Ginsberg in Kill Your Darlings, and he's even going the rom-com route with a role in the upcoming movie What If? Oh, and did we mention he's playing Igor in an upcoming adaptation of Frankenstein? Dude knows how to keep busy. Now let's move on to Harry's BFF Ron Weasley, played by Rupert Grint. Rupert has managed to get some roles here and there, but he's got some big stuff coming his way as he's set to make his Broadway debut in the comedy It's Only a Play. That's later this year. He'll star alongside stars such as Matthew Broderick and Megan Mullally. Not too shabby. In addition, he also had a mini Harry Potter reunion by starring in the indie flick CBGB with Alan Rickman. Oh, and how could we forget about this?
And it's dark in a cold December, but I got you to keep me warm. If you're broken, I will mend you, and I keep you sheltered from the storm that's raging on now.
Ed Sheeran and Rupert Grint, 2 of England's finest gingers. Together for Ed's music video, they make a really great team, don't you think? Next up, we have the lovely Emma Watson, who has also kept quite busy since saying goodbye to Hermione Granger. She had a bit part in the Oscar-nominated movie My Week with Marilyn in 2011, and she also starred in another beloved book-to-movie adaptation with her role in 2012's flick The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Then in 2013, we really got to see Emma shed her good girl image with her role in Sofia Coppola's The Bling Ring.
Hey, I can be the answer. I'm ready to dance when the vampire.
Plus, Emma had a bit part in the hilarious This Is the End with Seth Rogen and James Franco.
Hermione just stole all of our
In addition to starring in the big budget film Noah alongside Russell Crowe. Oh, and I just gotta mention that she graduated from an Ivy League school. No big deal. Moving along, now we're aware that this Harry Potter verse is very, very large, and if we profiled every single person who starred in all of the movies, we'd easily be here for another 8 hours, which would be totally grand, so awesome. But for the purpose of this digital segment, we've decided to choose just a handful of the most standout characters. So let's start this off with fan favorite Neville Longbottom, who was played by Matthew Lewis. He starred in a few things here and there. We'll be honest, you've probably never ever heard of some of these projects he's worked on, but still, good for him for still working. However, the most notable thing about life post-Potter for Matthew is that Neville started off as, well, an awkward-looking child, but he's easily had the biggest transformation. I mean, look at this. Puberty did that boy good. Next, let's discuss the Weasley family, starting off with the twins, Fred and George, played by real-life twins James and Oliver Phelps. Since the HP series wrapped up in 2011, neither guy has had significant roles on the big or small screen, but they were recently seen with their on-screen little sister Ginny, played by Bonnie Wright, celebrating the opening of the expansion at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal Studios in Orlando. So cute. Now, as for their older brother, Bill Weasley, He has had some big things coming his way as he's landed a top secret role in the upcoming Star Wars reboot. Oh, and he starred in the adorable rom-com About Time with Rachel McAdams. Yay! Next on our list is everyone's favorite weirdo, Luna Lovegood, played by Ivana Lynch. She has a connection with one of our other favorite shows, Pretty Little Liars, as she starred in the indie flick GBF alongside PLL's Sasha Petersa. Now, we have to include at least one professor on this list, and what better person than Snape, played by the incomparable Alan Rickman. As we mentioned earlier, Alan starred in the indie flick CBGB with Rupert Grint, but other than that, the biggest role he's taken on was the role of President Ronald Reagan in Lee Daniels' The Butler in 2013. Obviously, we can't wait to see what he does next. All right, so we're fully aware that the next few names on our list had pretty minor parts, but they made a big impact on the entire series, so we could not include them, you know? So first we have Cho Chang, the first girl to ever steal Harry's heart. Played by Katie Lung, it appears as though she's active on Twitter and has a pretty cool Instagram account, so at least there's that. Moving on to the man who came between Cho and Harry, aka Cedric Diggory, aka a little actor you might know. His name is Robert Pattinson. What's that? You've never heard of him? We kid. Since his short-lived stint in the Harry Potter series ended back in 2005, Rob has gone on to star in the Twilight franchise, which certainly rivaled HP in fan popularity. Robert has also starred in other big movies such as Water for Elephants, Remember Me, Cosmopolis, and most currently The Rover and Map to the Stars. Seriously, this guy is always working. Next up, we have another HP star who went on to another big franchise, Jamie Campbell Bower, who played the role of young Grindelwald. Though this was a bit part, he eventually went on to star in even bigger roles, such as in the Twilight Saga, New Moon, in addition to his starring role in the Mortal Instruments, The City of Bones. Okay, so we think we're ready to talk about he who must not be named, aka Voldemort. Ralph Fiennes played the evil character so perfectly and has been plenty busy since wrapping up HP in 2011. Since then, he starred as another bad guy as he played Hades in Wrath of the Titans in 2012, in addition to starring in the James Bond flick Skyfall just later that year. He also dazzled audiences in Wes Anderson's The Grand Budapest Hotel. And while we're on the subject of important men in Harry's life, let's chat about Hagrid. The lovable giant was played by Robbie Coltrane, who has kept a pretty low profile post-Potter. However, he did lend his voice to the popular Pixar flick Brave. And last, but certainly not least, on our Where Are They Now roundup is everybody's favorite bad boy, Draco Malfoy, played by Tom Felton. Since Harry Potter wrapped up, he has shared the big screen with James Franco in Rise of the Planet of the Apes, but he will not be back, sad to say, because, spoiler alert, in Planet of the Apes his character dies. However, things are looking up for Tom as he's currently starring on the TNT series Murder in the First with Taye Diggs. And from what we hear, it's totally killing it in the ratings, so big congrats to him. So there you have it, guys. That's our Where Are They Now for the Harry Potter series. What do you think about where the cast is now? Tell us your thoughts in the comments section below, then click right over here to learn more deets about that big Harry Potter prequel we mentioned earlier. Also, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can always get the latest celebrity news, interviews, and everything in between. I'm your host, Dana Ward. We thank you lovely people for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.